And we're
So,
live. Go.
so there is this little town. They are in a big drought. They don't have any water. They are carrying water bottles from another place, and they have a pool, and it's in the middle of the summer, and they are all very hot. And then the mayor says, well, as we don't have any sources of water, we are going to fill the pool by spitting on it.
Spitting.
The entire town. Yes. And we are going to do shifts, and day and night we are going all be spitting on the pool until we fill it up and we can swim and cool down on the pool. And the town goes, okay, fine. And then everybody starts one by one making shifts, spitting on the pool. And a few days later, one morning, the mayor goes to the pool and sees it completely empty. And there is one guy there that was doing his shift, and the mayor asks, what happened? Why is the swimming pool empty? And the guy says, well, I was spitting, and then one little string, and then...
Oh my God. Oh, and for those of you that have small children, yes, you'll understand more readily. Welcome everybody, episode 25 of JT and That Other Guy. I am JT, and of course we have Ivan Miranda, that other guy.
Hey,
the terrible joke teller. He's translating it in his head as he goes, and he goes,
oh yeah.
What's the English?
I thought of it like 5 seconds before we went on air. So,
oh, of course. Yeah. I said to Ivan, I said, have you got a joke this week? And he goes, yes, I actually do. So here we all are. Okay, let us run through the chat. Welcome everybody. Thanks for spending your time with us. All right, we got Wellbot, who is not well. Rumour has it. I laugh because I have no choice. Wellbot died twice this week. Let that sink in for a moment.
People is waiting for an explanation. As I was something like his printer failed.
No.
He has no.
Wellbot was resuscitated. So check out Twitter at the real Wellbot. There's a story. Thierry Dieu, hello. Tinkers, welcome. Way past your bedtime, but thanks for staying up. Thomas Moroz, welcome.
Hey.
Graphit, hello. Mr. Buttram. Jeff Slater, Ricky Tanner. IR Blinks, Ian is here. Ewan Todd. Ewan, are you in uni today? Who else we got down here? Oh, Kathy's just made it. Hello. Oh, Wexstar. We have.
Oh yes.
I want to say. Vedran is his name. I don't know if Wexter is his actual surname, but I think it's Medranovic is his surname. I think.
That's a good guess. I have no idea.
Oh, I know the spelling. I'm just the pronunciation. Who else we got? Yep, that's it. Well, that's good. We have many people.
Let's close the doors and let's start.
All right.
Like nobody else.
No one else in. What's the count?
They should. YouTube. Let me check. We should add 11.
11. Good.
There is this sketch where there are, I think it's two Scottish people saying 11.
11.
And the voice machine recognition doesn't. Guess what they are saying. Do you know it?
Everybody's saying 11.
Yes, 11. Sorry. I was going to.
Jeff, I promised cheesecake. I don't have cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
I do, however, have strip waffles.
Strip waffles.
Strip waffles. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get cheesecake. That was even though it was like 9 hours ago. I couldn't leave the house. G'day, James. Right. Sonic Alchemy. Lisa was sick today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody can win Wellbot though.
No, no one can beat Wellbot for the how many deaths this week.
Yes, that should have been the challenge. Imagine the person that dies the most times this week wins.
We can do that maybe next week.
Uncontested.
Yeah.
Do you think he will? Wellbot is.
He's sick enough that he can die again.
Okay.
But the whole resurrection bit's the important bit. Yeah. He's a winner. Look in the chat. I'm a winner. All you can do is laugh, buddy. Because what else do you do?
Right. And now we should find some of those people that say on Twitter, "I feel horrible today. I don't want to get out of bed."
Yeah, I had a sniffle. I needed a tissue.
Yeah, woo.
Exactly. Woo. Oh dear. Okay. So, what's happened through the week for you? Have you had a print fail?
Yes, but that was my. Well, no. I'm having a very difficult time with my captives.
Oh, why?
They come out of the fitting.
Did you use cap tube fittings?
New captive fitting, new captive.
Yep.
Anechoic Mega i3.
Yep.
Just install it. Put a zip tie on the fitting, so it's not.
So it's already pulled out. Yeah.
It comes out of the fitting.
I'd be having a word to cap tubes. They're pretty good. Have they responded?
I haven't tried. Like.
Oh, okay.
You know that I have about. I think I posted this on Twitter. I don't work on the quality control department of any company, and I don't do beta testing for any company.
Understand. But if you have a complaint, surely you could complain.
Oh yeah, but I don't want. I'm not expecting like. The only thing that I'm not willing to waste is time now.
I understand.
Like I have to invest time like in letting them know, and they will give me a solution. They will, but I really don't have time for that. So I will use anything else. Like,
okay. No, fair enough.
Or anything. I don't know. I don't want to invest time on that. It has been a pretty disappointing event that has made me lost lots and lots of hours of printing and film.
Oh, okay.
You know what happens when you and the captive,
and
you have new filament and used filament. The filament is fine, but it's in a huge ball of film.
Yes, red spaghetti.
I was so mad that I didn't take any photos.
I know what you're printing on your i3 mega cubic too, so I know what you're printing, and they take a long time.
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm sorry to bring that up.
Yes.
At least you're still alive. This is going to be the catchphrase for all today. At least you're still alive.
Oh yeah, I cannot complain. Like,
no, exactly.
Fine.
Yeah. So apart from your print failure, yes, Wellbot's lol. So Australia, as the rest of the world, is being hammered by weather. So we've got the polar vortex. We've got we've got fires and floods in Australia. What else have we got? What have you got over there in Spain? Anything?
No, it has been raining non-stop. Like yesterday, I tried to ask Google if he knew when was the last time that didn't rain in here, because I reckon that it was like at least 3 weeks. But today it was sunny.
Okay. So
no rain today.
Okay.
Because whenever it's raining, I have to wear my bike pants, put them on, and take them off at least 8 times a day. That's a lot of time putting and removing the pants.
At least you're alive.
Yes.
Ian's saying that they had light drizzle in Scotland. Yes, Kathy's saying heat wave. So Queensland, which is quite a large state in the north of Australia has got both kinds. It's got heat wave and it's got flooding. If you go look at Kathy's Twitter feed, Spud Spud1 AU. Kathy, type it into the chat, would you?
Then that's a pretty moist place now.
Oh man, Townsville has had 1 year's rain in 7 days.
Oh,
yeah,
not bad.
So over 3 feet.
I should look at how much is it an entire year of rain, because here London has like this fame, like it rains a lot in London.
Yeah.
Here it rains 300 liters per square meter more than in London.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thanks, Kathy. Go look at Kathy's Twitter feed of the various news articles. So at Spud01AU, because she puts a lot of good info out there. Free saunas, yeah, nice one, Mr. Buttram. So we've got the heat wave. No, different parts of the state. It's like, one side of the US.
We need to put pipes, like from
pipes.
the polar vortex area, like moving heat and cold from one
heat
place
exchange.
To it seems super efficient.
Yeah. Okay.
Like in my head, it's a perfect solution.
Yeah. So yes, a metre or three and a bit feet of rain. Dams are at in excess of 200% capacity, which I don't understand how a dam can be 200% capacity.
That's 1,000 liters per square meter in 7 days.
7 days. 7 days.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. Seriously, go look at her Twitter, and you'll see. Who else is saying what? And of course, there's still fires and the rest of the crap.
Yeah. Because they don't have enough pipes.
Yeah, that's right. Ewan's saying we should have the Portal "I'm Still Alive" music playing. Well, I don't have a cake, so there's my lie about my cheesecake.
Yeah, that's what
that was a lie.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, who else? Jordan's with us. Welcome. Yeah. But I don't know how a dam can actually be 200% full. Surely 100% is full.
Yeah, but you have a line where you say this
sure.
is full capacity.
Yeah, I'm sure. The dam walls weren't going to go. But
no, they then start putting the temporary barriers, like 100-meter tall barriers.
Yeah. With
posts and ropes and everything, and then you can fill it up to 100%.
Oh, lovely, good. So
unless the terrorists find it, and they blow it up with a little like explosive like this.
Yep,
it's pretty unstable.
So they've had to open the dams as well. So on top of the flooding,
you could 3D print with concrete around the dam.
Sure.
Like going up.
As long as you've got a gantry that can go 10 kilometers or whatever the hell it is.
That's not
minor detail.
That's the engineering problem.
Yep. Okay. Speaking of
I have the idea.
Speaking of engineering, did you like the subtractive 3D printer? There was on Twitter. Yes. There was a CNC machine that they were marketing as a subtractive 3D printer. I think it was tongue in cheek. But it was still funny nonetheless, given that Ivan's progressing well with such activities.
Oh yes. I'm starting to think about projects that can use that, and it's looking. But now like you add aluminium and say, well, a TIG welder. Could I use a TIG welder? Is worth the investment, and then you start thinking, well. This sander and bandsaw, a metal bandsaw, and then I'm already at 10,000 euros budget for like keep working with aluminium. Like,
yeah,
it's not really an advantage if I have to spend another 10,000.
No,
on
not
the
at
rest
all.
of the machines that can I 3D print a disc sander? And the other day I was searching for disc and belt sanders on AliExpress.
Yeah.
And they have these amazing photographs of disc and belt sanders for $30.
Yes.
but they took the photograph so well
They're this
that you
big.
cannot see it. You know, the motor is like this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the entire standard is this.
Yep.
Like, but the photograph is so well taken that when it is beside another photograph that is the same product but much bigger, you don't notice the difference.
Exactly.
They are geniuses. Geniuses.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of photography, we've had a lot of people needing to consider how they photograph stuff this week, because a lot of their phones and or cameras have not been up to the task fully, which we'll cover off soon. We're already going well for time, so we have 17 entries for the challenge. So the challenge.
Hold the mic here.
The challenge was using an FDM printer, 0.4 millimeter nozzle, smallest Benchy you can do. All right, let's go. It was just.
Have you ordered them in reverse?
I have.
Bravo,
I'm sorry. I think I have.
Well, yeah, give or take.
Give or take. Okay, exactly. Give or take. Okay, so Chris Mayhew, very early on in the piece, we were wondering where he got the inflatable Duracell battery from, because clearly.
Can you believe that I've spent like 15 minutes searching for large-scale inflatable cells?
Yes.
On the internet.
It would not surprise me at all. Ewan, Wellbot can't participate because he would be outside of the rules.
And yes. He will win.
He would almost certainly win. Although Cat 3D also has a resin printer that I'm aware of. Mark Rhodes.
I have one.
Yes, I know, but yours doesn't work because you've got the wrong firmware.
Yes.
So Chris Mayhew. So this was very early on. So this was the 28th of Jan, right? And we're all shaking our heads, going, "This is all right. Wow. Look at it. It's super duper." All right. Then we had Thierry. Now we're not worried about the. That looks like a JTOG 24 in the front.
Yes.
But the ones in the back are the ones we're interested in, the yellow buggers. So these ones are 25% scale, 30 and 35 or something like that. So that was fairly good. well, but I was probably dead when that was posted. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hand my homework in. I was dead.
No other podcast that has this kind of... No, there is no one.
Yeah.
Nobody has...
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat. If you have the energy, let me make sure I spelled it right. If you have the energy and resources, go visit that URL and sling some money at Wellbot. Not only did he die, he's also broke, and that's part of the death stuff.
That could be just to keep him alive.
Correct. Yep. You know, essentials like food, etc.
Food. It's very important.
Back to Benchy's, because Wellbot's still here, hopefully for the rest of the stream. So that was Thierry. Oops. Switch over here.
Then we said.
Then we had Matt, or Jake from State Farm. This was a 15% scale Benchy. Here's where we start getting serious. It's 3.79 millimeters, and Duracell battery for scale. Again,
when you have to use the second digit of the decimals on a caliper, then you are doing it right.
All right. Wellbot, bless us. Rent and hospital bills first, then luxuries. The luxuries he refers to is food.
It's food.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. Next. This was Afro 3D printer. Apparently batteries is the thing to use as a scale. But we all know what a 9-volt looks like. Now, this was an old print that he'd done. So this wasn't for the task at hand, but he's entered it. So I'm including it, all right, because he tagged it, obviously. Then we had Graphit, who did this one today, or yesterday. In the last little while. This one is 13% Benchy. And a nozzle for size.
Okay.
That looks like a Benchy.
Yeah. If you ask anyone what's that model, they will say it's a Benchy.
Correct. So that's progressing well. He's quite prepared to say that he's not going to compete against Catwoman, being of course Dasmia. All right, we have Cat 3D, another Catwoman, in fact, in that case. I haven't determined the scale of this one, but it's 10 millimeters length. There was a question as to how does one measure a Benchy? And I determined that no one has ever said my yacht is X feet tall. My yacht is X feet long, or meters, or whatever furlongs we use. G'day, Walter. Hello.
Is there a word? Is there a word in English for the length of a boat?
I
and a specific
don't think so.
Maritime term. No, okay.
No, because
in Spanish, there it's called eslora.
Eslora?
Yes.
But depends on your boat.
No. You say eslora means the length of the boat. Then you say
sorry.
It has 8 meters of eslora.
Ah, okay. So I thought you were saying that's a unit of measure. Eslora. How long is your boat? Eslora.
7 sloras. No,
7. Okay. No. I don't think so. Like horses have hands, and I think it's just feet or meters. Okay, for all the people that own yachts in the chat, what's the unit of measure, please? There we go. Tinkers, very helpful as always. Cubits. All right, back to our little boats. So Cat 3D, she got in there with 10 millimeters after we determined the orientation of calipers. All right, Chris Mayhew again. So this is well and truly after the battery initial Duracell. So this was 6, 7, 8 and 9%. Ian's going to get his yacht manual, to see how long it is. So again, they are pretty obvious Benchies, I would say.
Yes.
You would think? I think.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. Okay. Dasmia again. This is now 8%. So Mia was really, really trying hard.
Yes. I think we've touched people where it hurts.
Yes.
Like people really wanted to win this one.
This one was absolute. The biggest thing we've ever done in terms of contributions.
Participation. Yes.
Okay. We're only halfway through the tabs, people. So all of you that are getting excited. All right, next. All right, this one's 10% scale. Oh, bugger! I missed that one. That one's in the wrong order. 3D Tanny. That one's
because that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Obvious Benchy.
Oh yes. Nice calipers.
Hey, Dzingov, how are you? Nice calipers, yes, indeed. All right, Dasmia, 7% scale.
Oof.
All right, she said it. She's at this point. She's reached her limit.
I think that at these sizes we can start measuring the benches at number of rough strings, because that's like 6 or 7 rough strings, like 6 or 7 rough passes of the nozzle.
Yeah.
Because you can see the rough below it.
G'day, Maya Makes. How are you?
But that's a Benchy.
That's a Benchy.
Yeah.
4.22 millimeters. And most of the people have been good enough to let us know the settings they used.
Okay.
Another one that was out of order, sorry. Jordan, that's one of yours, obviously. Let's go here. That little one on the left looks pretty fancy.
Oh yeah, the typical floating chimney.
The floating chimney. All right, now we're getting a bit serious. This is Jake from State Farm. Apparently, somewhere along the line, I got a few things mixed up. Another battery, or did I show this one already? I showed that one already. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. No wonder. Okay, cool. All right, Dustmere again. We're getting into the home straight now. This one is still a Benchy. What are you looking for?
For the coin.
The coin? The euro? Okay, so...
Yeah. Like that
Hold
coin
on. Do that.
This is that coin. So
okay.
This is this is my face. Like, that's tiny.
That's tiny, all right. Absolutely. Okay. So that one comes in at 3.73. All right, or 6%.
That's
whoa. There's that one. All right, 5%. Mia again. She's determined. She was going, nah, I'm not getting beaten. Now here's where the photography challenge actually came in. She couldn't photograph half of these things, so she had to get a magnifying glass. I think she might have printed one actually. She printed a lens out of clear material. I think that's how the story goes. 5%, 2.72.
And those are nippers, like.
Oh yeah. They're the filming clippers. Absolutely. Yeah. Again, I'm claiming that is completely recognisable. Oh shite! Don't go too far on the screen. As a Benchy. If someone said, "Is that a Benchy?" you'd say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If someone said, "Which model is this one?" they would have said, "If it finished printing." But no, that's the final print.
Correct. Okay.
I had blobs in my prints bigger than that.
Exactly. 3D Tenny. Not sure if it counts. It's really hard to see, but you know it's not bad. We're calling that a Benchy. I have no problem with that being called a Benchy because it probably was. That's 3.5%, which is of course is insane.
Yes.
You just can't do anything different to that. Until Kat decided that she would also print another blob, but she was good enough to show. There we go. She was good enough to show the slicer. This was one of the problems, is that people couldn't actually slice it any less than a certain size, and people were doing really insane things. When I say people, I mean Mia and Kat.
Yeah,
were doing insane things. Yeah. To show what the actual slice was going to be.
Whoa, that's...
Now...
We need to do this challenge in the future, allowing for a smaller nozzle.
Yeah, absolutely. There are lots of people saying, "Oh yeah, you just use a 0.2 or you use a," and I said, "Please see the rules." All right, 2.5%. Here's where the photography went sour because couldn't even. Now, if you squint. That's still a Benchy.
Yeah, that's a Benchy. Yes.
That's still a Benchy. I'm satisfied that that's a Benchy. 1.82, and of course that's where the photography died. And again, and Ian was saying it's a nipple Benchy. That one, yep, all right, I'll pay that.
We are entering the world of prosthetics.
Yep. And no one else could get anything close to that. So I'm calling it. Although I did call it a bit prematurely, I actually said that 3D Tanny won when he was at 3.5%. That was a day early, so I apologise to 3D Tanny. So anyone have an objection to Mia being the winner?
I don't think so.
Forever hold your peace. You got 10 seconds, everyone, because that's about the lag. Why am I a tease, Tinkers?
I don't know.
Nope, no problem. No, we got something special for Mia.
Yes, we have. Yeah. We thought of something because JT said to me like we have to do something special. And what's more special than what, JT?
Shall I say?
Yeah, please.
We're going to get Mia to weigh her Benchy, her little Benchy. We're going to give her gold, the weight of her Benchy in gold.
In gold.
So not a gold Benchy.
No,
the weight of her Benchy in gold.
I don't think we could find a jeweler that can make that Benchy in gold.
Yeah. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. We'll literally give her gold dust or something.
Yes.
So that's the she can retire. Yeah. Well, not exactly.
For a second, she could retire for a second.
Yeah, exactly. So sadly, she's at work, so she doesn't know yet. But I'll tweet at her.
What a surprise!
Tinkers, I don't really care with or without the raft. Honestly, I don't care. It's going to be so minuscule.
Yes.
Gold fillings, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to give her some gold. Purely because it's a joke. It's just such a ridiculous thing. We had to do something ridiculous.
If it's yeah, and of course, and the spacer.
Yeah. Well, we're not giving her gold spaces.
No.
3D Printing Llama. Hi, how are you? Yes.
Hi.
Tiny Tank Guy. That's absolutely correct. But you know, the reality is this is probably more likely. There we go. Now that we've done the Benchy stuff, I'll put our names back.
He's the master of OBS.
Oh, I'm getting better.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, it's, I've been working on my own Stream Deck. You know Stream Deck, the USB thingy. Yeah. I have been working on something behind the scenes. I've been talking to a software company. No, seriously. I talked to a software company. They've already got the software. It's not for sale, but you'll be impressed with my ingenuity. Because they were impressed.
Okay.
All right. Now, there's no backlit keys or anything fancy. All right. It's fairly basic at this stage, but it's not going to be a $200 thing. 1 gram of gold is 35 euros. I don't even think it's a gram, Maya.
Oh, no way it's a gram.
No. That's why we're so confident in paying for the raft as well.
It's going to be much more in postage than the
oh, yeah. So. And she'll open it and go, "Where's my prize?" And she spills it on the ground. G'day, Brian. How are you?
While she's eating bread and it mixes with the crumbs and she loses it.
It's gold leaf. Gold sprinkles.
I know one of those fancy food shops near here. They might have like gold flakes or something like that for the food.
Yeah, but is it real gold? Let's get a certificate of authenticity. Let's make our lives miserable.
I will go to a jeweler and buy some gold.
Yeah. So yeah, through the week I literally DM'd Ivan and I said, look, This is getting out of hand. We really have to do something.
We need something idiotic. Let's ask the idiot.
Yeah, exactly. So we spoke to each other, and this is what we came up with. Now, just let's do a challenge discussion. Everyone can be involved in this one, but pretty much this is the challenge for next week. It was half Kathy's idea. Kathy's idea was how many prints that you've done that you can show, like count the prints. And I said to Ivan, well, you can't participate. And he said, no, I won't participate. And then we thought, well, no, it won't be necessarily how many prints you've done. We'll do a stacking challenge.
Yes. Like we need to see how high can you get with your prints by stacking or piling them. Whatever it is, but you cannot use supports, glue, strings. You cannot use anything to join the prints. It just has to be freestanding.
Gravity.
If you decide to start printing cylinders and stacking one on top of each other, that's up to you. You can use old prints, failed prints, no spools. You cannot use your spools of filament. It has to be already printed. It cannot be unprinted, and that's the yeah.
So what happens to, the people that print big things like printers? I know at least two people in the chat. If Walter's still here, and Brian, they've printed extrusion, 2040 extrusion. Brian printed a bunch the other day.
Yeah, but they will be able to pile it up on top of each other.
Correct.
Without glue.
Yeah.
Will they?
Yeah. Brian's got one in progress.
I have like pretty stable parts to stack up to like 3 or 4 meters already, but I'm not participating, so.
Yeah, understand.
And I think everybody should propose challenges to us that they think they could win. Because I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of people saying I can print the smallest bench because I have my printer really well tuned and I can do it, and Dasmia proved them wrong.
Yes,
so
correct.
Please send us your suggestions to us on Twitter.
Yeah, JTOG challenge. We'll make the hashtag.
Yes.
Hashtag JTOG challenge. Richard, no spool stacking. That'll be a different one.
No spool stacking.
That'll be a different one. See, I've got little sample color swatches. Yeah, I've got hundreds of these. Right, but they're only 3 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
All right. And anyone that prints a 20 millimeter cube is going to be 6 and a bit of mine. And if you print a larger cube or something, or spacer, or a
prints, yes, like.
Jordan's got a couple of 400 millimeter vases downstairs, or vases for our international
and then
listeners.
there is this other issue, because whenever you live, usually your ceilings will be 2.5, 3 meters high top. So you will have to get outside, or like you will reach your ceiling pretty soon. So
yeah, Richard, Ivan's not participating. We've already excluded him.
No. Yes, I probably could. I will try some piling just to show, but no, I'm not participating.
Well, you can participate.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I don't know if Brian actually intentionally misspelled hash brown, but I like Jeff Slater's spelling better. What is what? Hash brown?
Yes.
You know what hash brown is?
No.
Okay, so it's a potato, deep fried potato breakfast snack, I guess.
Okay, no idea.
No idea? All right, I'll Google one for you.
Not even with the explanation.
Yeah, well, it was a shit explanation. So
deep fried potato for breakfast.
Breakfast fried potatoes. Yeah, Tinker's grated potato. That's far more information that I provided.
Okay.
Shall we get on to tomato sauce and ketchup next? Or has that
Yeah,
one
Sonic
already been
Alchemy
done?
asks, sorry, Sonic Alchemy asks stacking end to end, piling up,
However you want.
or stacking, but only 3D printed parts and only gravity support.
Yep, no glue, no string, no
No,
external attachment, just by itself. Now, Kathy also mentioned on Twitter, please don't make the next challenge Benchy based. And we said, yeah, no.
But next week's is going to be Benchy based. I will reveal that next week.
Okay. Good. You did not. Okay, so Brian, for once in his life, hasn't done a pun or something, because that's what I was trying to read into it. He, the pun master. Yeah, that was where I was heading. Tinkers, stacking benchies, which is already a thing. So anyway, okay. What if it goes to the roof? Go outside, or cut a hole in your ceiling. Or cut a hole in your parents' ceiling.
We cannot provide wormholes for you to put on your ceiling, so you can gain empty space inside your house. That's up to you.
Yeah, we'll do the second portal reference for the evening if you want. We can have a portal hole.
Orange on the roof.
Yep, I was going to go orange too. Yeah.
Blue on the wall.
Yeah, I was going to do that. Coffee. Everyone's coffee. Yes, camera issue will be a thing again, for sure. Now, we know Richard is the master at vases of late, using Martin Hawkes's designs. It's going to be easy for Richard, I would suspect, because he can get 600, 800 millimeters just with 2 items.
That's... I have higher stack now outside.
Oh well.
Waiting.
Yeah, waiting. Richard, what is the largest vase you've done? Yeah, his smiley face. He knows he's got a chance. He's only got to stack 3 or 4 of them, and then
smug face.
Yeah, I'm smart or smug.
Smug.
Smug. Yep.
Yeah. And remember, people, send us your suggestions of challenges that you think you can win. Like if you think this one I have it, please send it to us so we can propose it as a challenge for the next weeks. Coming weeks.
Ricky's saying his vehicles aren't very tall, so he doesn't think he can win this one. But then again, depends how many you can stack. Yes, I saw. So Richard's got a CR10. So what's that? 400 tall or 380 usable? I think something like that. Ron Happy Extruder. Yeah, he changed the Z-axis rails. So he took off the 400s and he put a meter. And obviously lead screws and firmware on an Ender 3.
Cool.
Yeah. It can do 420 technically. Okay, cool. Good to know.
I like that technically.
Yeah. In other words, the specifications say this, but guess what? You've added a Bondtech extruder. You've added a Fang duct. You've added, a BL touch. You've added now you can do 200 millimeters.
And then there is nothing stock on the printer anymore.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me this story about how we had, from 100 years ago, the same heirloom hammer that's been handed down generation after generation. He goes, it's only had the handle replaced 12 times and the head 5 times.
Okay.
So it's when does it not become the original? We have a lot of these conversations about ANET A8s. People do so many mods to it. When is it no longer an ANET? Which are the components that determine its flakiness?
No idea.
Yeah, this is a very interesting thing.
Yes.
Oh, Brian made that joke and someone didn't get it. Yeah, I get it. I understand, Brian. It was all in your delivery, of course.
Motherboard? Yeah, but you can replace the motherboard of a CR10 and not even notice.
Sure.
Like it's inside the box. You look at it and says that's a CR10. When you remove the shitty acrylic that makes the frame,
Yeah.
maybe.
Who here had or has an ANET A8? Yep, I had one. There's going to be a lot of yeses, I'm sure.
It still is in a friend's house, and he told me you can have it back. I'm not using it anymore, and I told him I'm not in a hurry to get it back.
Yes, I have a concrete workshop, but I still don't want it.
It's still yes, still. Boo! Yeah,
boo!
boo!
No, boo! I did a lot of learning from an ANET A8. That was the first printer I built. It wasn't my first printer, but I built it and I understood what happened, and then I wasn't really scared after that.
It was the second commercial printer that I did build, and it was much better than the first one.
Okay. How long prior was the first one? How many years?
The first one was from 2010.
Yeah.
And the second one was from 2016. 6 years.
Exactly.
That's a lot of time.
That is exactly my point.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Brian, you've got one now, yes? Yes, he does. I do know this because he
yeah, but you can modify it so much that it no longer is the ANET A8 file. Like you can remove the fire part if you mod it enough.
Well, yeah, taking the mainboard out helps, and then the firmware. So you've got thermal runaway covered, and you've got the electrical components. Yeah. Wires,
connections, and then it's almost fine. It does print pretty well for the price.
Ricky Tanner's got the right point here. Who would win the largest object or largest stack? The guy with the hang printer. You know the one?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Riley wins with his bustle. Chris Riley would possibly also win the Benchy stacking. He's good at that, but that's a different thing.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else want to bring up anything? Chuck it in chat. We'll talk.
Yes.
Purely because I focused on baby Benchy's this week. I didn't highlight any awesome prints like I normally do. Brian needs a nap. Cool. James, anything? Lovely. Yeah, anything if that was a question, sure. We may not help, but... More coffee.
Do you remember that I talked to you about the weather?
Yeah.
This is how I arrived to the workshop this morning.
Hang on, I'll give you full screen. There we go. Wow, sexy beast.
Yeah, it was extremely like to go on a bike at 0 degrees is cold, and I had my rain clothes on, but I had to put my sunglasses because it has been like 3 weeks of darkness in here. So,
hang on, 3 weeks of darkness?
Yeah, it has been raining all the time, cloudy.
But why do you need sunglasses?
For the sun.
You said there's darkness. Oh, today was sun. Right. We've had 3 weeks of darkness, so I wore sunglasses. I missed the important bit of today was really sunny. Sorry. You did mention that earlier.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Tinkers has he and I have these little conversations. He's saying that the Earth is flat. Now I know Tinkers.
Oh, yes.
I know Tinkers is just telling everybody that he thinks the world is flat, and we accept him how he is.
If you take a sample small enough, it is.
Yeah, it's like a Tinkercad circle.
if you take a sample small enough, it's not a.
It's flat.
It's not a circle. It's a flat. Yes.
No. Tinkers is referring to a video I liked on YouTube and posted on Twitter today, which also involved Thierry because it's about 5 hours from his house, and it was a mathematician who literally, with sundial, went 138 kilometres, point to point, figured out the curvature of the Earth, therefore figured out, the circumference, and he was about 16% off or something, which is not bad for a manual calculation. So that wasn't a serious thing, but thank you, Tinkers, for filling in 30 seconds.
I did watch the Colin Hay video that you sent.
Oh, it's about time.
Yes.
If you don't know, Ivan likes Men at Work, the Australian band from the 80s.
And Colin Hay.
Colin Hay in particular. Yep. And he was recently on one of our TV programs, and I was kind enough to send Ivan multiple sources of this information, and he's
which
just watched it. What is it?
I had to use.
Like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I sent it.
Yeah, but I'm busy.
What? Are you making a tank or something?
I'm making many things at once. Oh my! I'm working right now. I think it's 7 projects at once.
Oh, Chris Riley is in the house. He totally forgot about the mini Benchy. All right, Chris, just for your viewing pleasure, if I can figure out which screen to use, I want that one there. This was the ultimate winner.
Yay!
2.5% Benchy. And just for the kicker, the prize for Mia, who did that entrance.
And who is
entry,
at work.
Who's at work. We're paying her in gold to the weight of that Benchy and raft.
Yes. We will have to make her get a drug dealing scale to weigh the Benchy.
Yeah. Let's see how she calibrates that scale. And then off screen, she's like this.
Do you have, like, we in Spain have this thing called notario, which is a legal figure that ensures that nobody's cheating in contracts and so on.
Okay.
When you want to sign a contract, you do it in front of that person. Do you have that there?
Justice of the peace, perhaps, or...
You can have that too, but that's not the figure, because that's a kind of like when you are going to buy a house,
yeah,
and you want to get a mortgage, your agreement with the bank and you go to that notario.
Okay.
Notary?
Yeah, notary.
Okay.
Yeah, notary. Yep. Or witness is another thing.
Yeah. We have to make her get one of those.
Yeah.
To make the wedding.
Because she's clever enough that she would put a magnet underneath and pull it down.
3 kilos.
Yeah. See, thinking. All right, let's see who else. Ivan.
Yes?
I'm going to put you on the spot.
What?
Sing.
No way. No, I'm not going to sing.
Okay.
No,
Ivan loves Colin Hay.
Yeah, I do.
Imagine Ivan singing Colin Hay. Or Men at Work. Just imagine it.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
That's because I sent JAYTEE a clip of me singing Colin Hay when I was in my van.
Yeah, he was driving and he was in the mood and he was rocking it. I've got a visual right now. Okay. What do we got here? Chris Riley, totally spaced. That's fine.
I could sing the Colin Hay song in Spanish, like fully translated. Like.
Okay. Yes, Brian's now in full form. What? Yes, Tinker's Men at Work, and he's not going to do it. He's not singing. In Spanish, he's still not singing. Oh, we've got sing. Boy, I'm sorry I mentioned it. No, I'm such a tease. I'm sorry. He's not going to do it.
I can keep up with the pressure. No, no, don't worry. I'm very good at that.
I have the video. I can stream the video.
Yeah, but wait until I'm not here.
Oh, okay. I'll do it on. I'll set up my own stream.
Because in that video is privileged information.
Yes, correct. I did not ask for permission to recirculate. No, I'm not going to just do it. It was a bit of a joke. I didn't actually expect you to do it. Chris, she had real issues slicing. There was talk of inflation or extension or other big words that just sort of went straight over my head. Oh, Ricky plays the guitar. I want to say, is that correct, Ricky? Oh,
the guitar?
Please say it's guitar. He's a country music man. Is Ricky Tanner?
No way.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
What?
We're going to find out in about 2 seconds when the stream catches up.
We need to have a press button.
Singer-songwriter. There you go.
Because we could have the delay with ask a question, press the button, and start a 10-second delay countdown.
Oh, James Sonic Alchemy is classically trained singer and plays the synth.
Anyone else? Any more?
I knew you played the guitar, Ricky. I didn't say you were, or did I say you were a guitarist?
Oh,
I didn't.
I have an acoustic guitar.
Yep.
Electric guitar. Spanish guitar. Ukulele. Bass flute. Harmonica. I think you call it harpsichord.
Harpsichord is a thing.
Drum pad. Mouth harp. Marimba. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can play none.
I was going to say, you have a collection for
I'm a collector.
Yes, you admire. Okay.
Yes, I do. And 2 handmade violins.
Okay.
And a handmade ukulele. I have the 3D model of a ukulele that can be printed in a CR10.
3D, no, what's his name? I helped him on Twitter today change his handle because he'd commented weeks ago. Oh, Wellbot's in the chat. Wellbot, Horror Vape, what's his new handle? Because he changed it today. Did you do it?
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I don't have a
Brian, he can play a can of compressed air. We've got a marching band. He's joking. He can't play anything. Apparently he plays musical instruments as well as he plays sport. Tinkers. Mouth harp is harmonica? No. Mouth harp is the metal twangy things. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Brian, I think Brian.
Yeah, that's right. Kathy's got it. Something Dick. He was 3D printer addict, but when Twitter made his handle automatically, it became Dad Dick something. It wasn't ideal, but he's put it back today to how he wanted it to be, and it's not much better. So anyway,
he didn't fix it.
He did. He fixed it, but you can still.
But not really.
You can still, yeah, you can, because he was 3D addict, so it was Dad Dick, 3D ad, so 3D addict, and then dict. So it's still a dad dict, which he was trying to get away from. Brian's not joking about the can of compressed air. He's deadly serious.
Might be able. Please send us a clip. So
we know Brian can make videos. He does them every Monday.
Yes.
Used to be able to get badly. Yep. I can play chords, and I can strum.
What's chords?
Chords. Chords on a guitar.
Chords. Yeah,
Chords.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I can do 3 or 4 too.
Oh, lovely.
So that's it.
I think that's about it. Chris Riley's album, 10 Ways to Euthanize Fish. Okay. Jeff Slater can turn on a radio. I'm not sure I want to know how Jeff turns on a radio. Is it, ooh baby, your knobs are so round and smooth? Is it that sort of turning on the radio, or...
Baby jokes, daddy jokes.
Yes, indeed. Didgeridoo duet. Yes, a duet makes sense. Alright, done. So, JTalk 26. Stack your prints, freestanding. It doesn't matter what nozzle size you use. So, Richard Rowan's going to win.
Is not going to be, the price is not going to be
no
the
gold,
five
no gold.
Of prints on gold.
No gold.
Forget about it.
Infill. Now, Richard, is infill a code for something that hardly anybody knows about, or...
It's how 3D printing enthusiasts say hello to each other. Infill.
Ah, I see. I'm out of the challenge then. Gluing parts already. I love the knurling on your knobs. Yes, indeed. Good night. All right, that's it. Oh, yeah, I already know, Richard, if that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I'm well across that. All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much. That's it. Another one.
Thank you, everyone.
Just over an hour, and we are done. We shall catch you all next week, hopefully. Magic of keyboard shortcuts. Let's see if it works.